A couple days ago about the incident at Maxwell's, and more information is coming out now as one of the witnesses was interviewed by a community activist here in Chicago. His name was Jedediah. I'm not sure his government last name, but shout out to him. And he asked to share this video because a lot more information is coming out now, like firsthand witness accounts, which is contradicting and debunking a lot of the stuff that was put out by the media and by the police, which I had repeated in that video. And a lot of that stuff now turns out to be inaccurate. The mother actually, according to, the information that's coming out now, never texted her son and never told him to go get the strap or, get the gun or anything like that. A lot of the stuff that they say that they initially said that she had, tried to tell him to do and provoke him to do and all that kind of thing, it never happened. And she was never really pushing the issue to the point where he should have, used physical violence with her. And then once the son came in, she actually told him to go back to the car. She never, was trying to get her son to do that. So, and as far as like the other stuff that they had said that initially charged her with trying to do, that stuff was all false too. So this witness, and her name is Rahima. Shout out to her. Not going to say her government last name, but I'm going to play this video out here in a second so you guys can hear it in her words. The sound is a little bad on this, and that's on my end, not the Jedediah's end. But she's basically saying don't believe anything you read on the internet about the kid, because they were saying a lot of stuff about the kid and jumping to conclusions about him and jumping to conclusions about the mom. And she was saying it was all incorrect. Nicki Minaj has actually offered to pay that kid's college because, he defended his mother. A lot of the stuff that the media said and that I said in that last video, that's one of the reasons I deleted it. According to this witness, was not true. She didn't do this. So it just goes to show like how you can't always believe what the media says, because every article was like reporting that false information. They dropped all the charges against her, and it's a lesson on how they need to speak up if they've seen it. She actually dropped the phone. I don't know if the phone was knocked out of her hand or she dropped it or something during the incident, so not all of it was recorded, but she chose to put out what she had recorded. And another thing, she said the restaurant was actually not full. It seemed like, it was full of people and they just weren't doing anything to help. She said that was not the case. There was only a few people in there. So anyways, man, I'm going to play this out and let her tell it in her words. The media and the police and everybody owes her an apology. And I owe her an apology. I repeated what the media said, but it's just another lesson on how, the media is not really a totally accurate source of information. So anyways, man, here's her in her words. Shout out to Rahima and shout out to Jedediah for interviewing her and everybody. He asked everybody that sees it to share the video. It was originally on Facebook, so anybody that can share the video, please do that.
You go watch somewhere else. We don't got time for that. There's nothing. Okay, there you go. There you go, beautiful. So here you go, here y'all. This is Rahima. Here we go. She is. Oh my God! Look at the comments. You're beautiful. Nobody disputing that fact. She's gorgeous. So, can you kind of sort of walk us through that night?
Okay. And I was on my way home. My friends, they wanted to stop. My cousin, they wanted to stop and get something to eat. So we stopped at the Maxwell, 116 hours. When we got out the car and we was proceeding into the restaurant, the young lady and the man was already arguing when I got there. So they was arguing when I got there. She was explaining to him something about the line. He kept on trying to get her to shut up. Like, if you don't shut up, I'll hit you on my grandma kept on being, aggressive for her. She was never aggressive. Let me get that part straight. Always stay calm and maintain herself. She never got aggressive. So he kept on being, telling her to be quiet, shut up. So she was, I guess her son had walked in at that point. And that's when you guys can hear the video, her telling her son to go to the car. And once she said go to the car, y'all hear him say, go to the car, say one motherfucking thing, I'll hit you in my grandma. And that's when he hit her, started hitting her, and everybody pushed me out the door, and my phone fell on the ground where I fell to with my phone. So.
Wait, I didn't even know that. So you're saying that the people who panicked pushed you down?
Yeah, they pushed me down. I broke my phone, so I can't use my phone unless I get my
Your speakerphone?
My
Stylist.
stylist. My stylist.
You got Android. You fast. Yeah, that's Android.
Yeah, Galaxy, baby. Samsung.
So you did not. So basically, you was in there trying to get food. You saw this incident. What made you record?
I don't know. And I usually don't record. He was so aggressive. He was like, I don't think he was himself that night. I really don't. I don't know if he was drinking that night. I don't know what was going on. But I can tell you he wasn't himself. Now, usually, I'm telling you, I would rather say something like, you calm down, leave it alone. But looking at him, it was nothing I could do with that man because he was so angry. I believe if I would have said something, he probably would have attacked me too. So at that point, all I can do was to pull out my phone and record.
So when I talked to you, you talked about having witnessed this, having recorded it, and 6 or 7 days later, you said you watched something on the internet that also motivated you to share. What was that?
All the comments, how they was bashing that black woman, my son, like they was just this, like he just sent her son in the restaurant and said, just shoot a random person. Just like he was this bad mother. And we as black people, we get painted in that light all the time. And as a black woman with black boys, I would not.
And so you said, I gotta share it.
I would do it again because they always tell us to be quiet. Everybody, they got us in so much fear. I don't fear nothing. Nothing.
I love that.
Nothing. Because I would want anybody to do the same act for me if me and my son was in that situation.
That's amazing. But everything you saw as it relates to people saying she told her son to come in there, she was trying to be a man to be combative with him. These are things. No, you didn't see none of this.
Yeah. All the last way they told him to shoot him, keep him on out. I never heard it. So I tell y'all better stop believing everything this internet tell y'all. Because baby, I keep telling y'all, fake news. And if you don't believe it, hear it from the horse's mouth. Fake news.
Is there anything else that you would say or you want to say?
No, as black people, we need to stick more together.
Yes.
Because Cal is not going to get us nowhere. There's too many of our black kids out here getting killed. It's too many. It's like we at war with ourselves. We at war for what? We all out here trying to survive. But we hate each other so much. And I don't understand it. And I'm sticking all right around all the time.
That's amazing. I got a couple more questions for you, and then I'm going to switch gears a little bit. When you shared the video, what did you think it was going to be?
I didn't think it was her. I just wanted justice for that young lady and her son. That's all I was thinking about. And I'm going to be honest, the person that was on my heart the most was that child.
Yes.
I have sons. I have a son that's locked up right now that I'm trying to get out. Right now, it's same thing in jail. Right now. And I want somebody to do it for me. I want to touch and hug my son right now. You understand? I'm a mother.
And so what about, and this is the last question, the last two questions. You see people are talking now. No. About the young man, about her son. I'm sorry, I had to think about this. He was portrayed like this kid that just did this. He was like a thug. What did you see with the son? Talk about the son. What you saw.
When I did my background check and they were telling all the things he have accomplished, how he was just graduated from grammar school on his way to high school. No, I couldn't allow that. That boy ain't even finished living. No, he deserved a chance. Because he a hero, because he helped save his mother's life.
Yes.
Because honestly, looking back on that situation in life, I don't think that young man would have got down and would have stopped. Because he kept on. It just went like a one hit and leave it alone. It was multiple. And he did with any son would do for their mom. That's a man's destiny to protect his mother and his sister. A woman, period.
I heard that the place was packed. Like it was a lot of people. Was the place, was it a lot of other people there that could have possibly intervened?
No. It was the young lady that was arguing. The guy that she was arguing with, it was an older man in back to her. Then it was another older man in back to her. Then it was the young lady I was with. Then it was me. So that's what. And then it was the girl on the side that I think the young man was with. The one that y'all heard in the video saying he told you to shut up. I think he was with him.
Okay.
So that's a total of 2 men, me, 6 people? Let me know. It wasn't crowded, no. Not at all. Not nobody there that could have got that man off of her. No. Because the 2 men that was in back of her, they was old. Like one man looked like he was about in his 80s. And the man that was behind him wasn't that much younger either. Then you got 3 girls in there.
Yeah. I want you to know the one thing that I know about you is that you never was looking for credit. Even when I called you was not looking for credit. But I wanted to tell you on this line, and I'm pretty sure everybody on this line feels the same way. What I told you on the phone, you were a hero, a zero. You are a zero.
I got rewarded when God allowed me to help him. That was the biggest reward he gave me, to allow that mother and that child to walk with me and have a second chance.
But do you understand that there's so many people who, even myself, we might have done our little parts. But do you understand that because you did that brave thing, that this family was released? God really did use you for that, right?
I know, because I was trying to get home all that night. I even called my son to try to get there. He won't come. I knew I felt something was going on that night. I knew it. And I wanted to get home bad. I even called my son. He won't come get me. Nobody will come get me. So that's how I ended up there. Because I would have went home. I wouldn't have been in that situation if my son would have picked me up. But he said, so that's how I ended up staying, and they picked me up. So I look at it that God wanted me to be there because he knew I was going to do the job that he needed me to do.
This is a question that someone asked me to ask you. What do you think that we as a community can do to heal how we handle each other, how we view each other, heal our situation? What do you think?
I think we need to learn how to deal with our emotions. People don't know how to deal with their emotions. And I can be honest, it's something that I'm working on. I used to be that girl, somebody say something to me, no. But, people that don't know how to deal with their emotions. And I have, you have to sit back, and ask yourself, why you feel like this way? Why you hurt? What hurts? What makes you hurt, And so I've been a little more cancer, a little to our neighbors and stuff. I've been living on this, where I live in for years. And this area became to make us so distant. I remember we grew up, we all helped each other on the block. We cleaned up together, we cooked together. Like, this generation is just, I don't know. It's so much change.
Thanks again. I really want you to know that I just adore you. Like, I really do. I really adore you.
Start loving each other, y'all. Start loving each other. If you can do good for somebody, I'm telling you. If you can't do good, tell somebody on the street, girl, you look good. But if you look handsome, if they get somebody a dog, bad coffee or something. That's me. That's how you spread love. Because everybody going through something, whether you believe it or not. Everybody going through something. They might not say it or speak up on it, but everybody going through something. Just try to show a little more love. Because they show too much hate. Some love back. That's what I want.
So, Rahima, I wish that I could have had you come to my house, but I couldn't get you to come to my house. Hold up. I wish I could have had you come to my house, but you can't come to my house, and that's okay. But I know that you all were able to talk on the phone, but I want to show you somebody really quickly. Is that okay?
Yeah. Hey. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Because I've been looking for you. Don't make me cry. Look.
See y'all. Oh my God.
She gonna make me cry on here, and I already been looking crazy, balled my face up, his tears. Raheema, you can't even imagine how thankful I am for you. You hear me? Me and my son. I really appreciate you. Okay? We could have still been in there fighting this. Coming out of 70,000, 80,000 for attorneys, trying to figure it out. I thank God he used you. She's gone. I know you still hear me. The video gone.
She on there doing the ugly cry. I'm not gonna put her back on there because Raheema doing the ugly cry. And now the signature just went out right there.
I'm sorry, I'm an emotional person.
No, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. What she, it's okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna be calling you because like I said, you are a hero.
Oh, definitely. Hey, Shiro.
Shiro. I keep saying, I'm sorry, you are a hero.
Right now, the hero, you're the Shiro. I'm the victim.
You are the hero, and I'm gonna call you back because I'm not done with you. I want you to be thanked the right way, okay?
Yeah.
And Carlishia.
Take care of your son. Love on him for me. Girl, did you see that video? Even though I didn't want to post it, I'm like, goodness. But guys, trust me. Love on him. Trust me. And I promise you, God ain't done with him. I promise you. Thank you so much. Boy, I think that I know. See, I never got to understand. But I'm telling you, your son is amazing. He ain't done with him, baby. Thank you so much. And I'm doing the best that I can raising him. So, yeah, God knows. And that's why I'm here too. So thank you, for what you did for us. And also to just talk a little bit to the people because I was bashed and everything. So I thank you for having that heart. Like, this ain't us. You know, you can probably look at the page a little bit and was like, nah, this is not the type of mother that she is, that they create her to be. And I thank you for that.
Okay, everyone. For those of you that what's going on is that there's a witness who saw the entire Carlishia Hood situation. Um, and let me say this: as a YouTuber, as a as a podcaster, we we always hear what the media says, and I think, and even bloggers, we have to backtrack what was really going on, right? So we just basically want to hear the horse's mouth. So first and foremost, before I continue this video, I want to give a shout out to the Windy City Report. That's where I got the video from, and I've been following the Windy City Report since day one. I don't know why YouTube delete the subscribing count, but it is what it is. I finally found it, and I resubscribed him, and I'm glad I did that because he is the best, especially living in the Shy. He gives very in depth of what really happened. The media will tell you this, and this, but the Windy City Report will really tell you what's going on. And I appreciate the Windy City Report for that. Now, with that being said, that woman basically, the witness you just saw was telling what really happened, you know. And the thing is that the kid, I think the kid was a thug and blah blah blah, but realistically he wasn't no thug. He basically he was an honor roll student, basically, I heard. But to look back at the situation, they calling the witness a hero, they calling the mother the hero, but I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, this is Chicago. This is the Shy, right? So The concern I have with this woman and the 14-year-old son is, like I said earlier, and again I gave a shout out to the angry man because I did an earlier report of what he said. That we turned out that the guy that was deleted is the member of the GDs. This is basically this is going to turn up into a whole nother level now. And so I think this woman and her son, they needed protection because you never know what is going to happen now because of this situation. And again, like, some of the stuff, we need to stay from social media because they will post stuff. And again, like, the person that been posting stuff about this has happened, that happened, it may not even be true. The media even may post the stuff. And it's just like, just because the media posted it doesn't necessarily mean it's true or it's factual. And sometimes they misled the story to sell newspapers or the way people watching viewerships. This is why they're mad at YouTubers right now, because we do get in-depth stuff that the mainstream media want to get and they're not going to get. But again, like, it shows you that you have a witness that were there, that saw the entire thing. The media will say, well, and guess what? The media claims that the woman told the son, text the son to get the strap, to get the gun. That's not true. That's totally false. The witness you just saw proved that. The witness said that that's not true because I was there. And that was the woman, basically saying, told the witness, thank you, blah, 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 blah. But listen, the son, and again, like, a lot of people call the son the hero. A lot of people call the witness that saw the entire thing the hero and everything else. And they made them a hero, whatever. But here's the thing. And a lot of people don't know about this. And I got a bad feeling this situation isn't over. I just got that bad situation that it isn't over. And again, this woman and her 14-year-old son, looks to me, they need protection from somebody. Because believe me, there's going to be some people that support the guy that was deleted, even though he the one that they attacked the mother. And basically, they're going to look at that and say, she got to go. Or her son got to go. There's going to be some, I won't be surprised that already death threats is happening between the two. That they were already receiving death threats. But my point is, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe what people say online. Don't believe what they say on social media, because next thing you know, and even sometimes as YouTubers, I make mistakes because I thought I see a story and end up not even factual at all. So I have to clear it up, or I have to delete the video. And I agree with the Windy City report as well. He has to do the same thing because, look, YouTubers, we're not perfect, okay? We just do stories, do commentary that's been, sent to us or been out there, instead of doing more and more and more research of what's really going on. So, again, I'll give a shout out to the Windy City report for this video, and this other YouTuber that interviewed the witness that were there, basically agreeing with what the mother and the 14-year-old son was saying, at least the mother was saying all along, right? So, but again, that my biggest fear, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Chicago now. And the thing of it is that the person that the 14-year-old boy was that deleted the guy, we never know his background until now. That word was he was a member of the GDs. Like, whoa. And so again, we have to look back at it and it's like, wow, But again, shouts out to the Windy City report. Shouts out to the brother that interviewed the witness that were there when that incident took place, because A lot of people, including bloggers, including people from social media influencers, thinking, "Oh, she text the boy to get the grabber strap and blah 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 blah." But it turns out it's really not even the case at all. And then they called the 14-year-old boy a thug and blah blah blah. And it turned out that he was a hero because he just defended his mother, even though he did what he did. But then there's a lot of other stuff coming out now that's really scareful for the mother and the son. So y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments. I mean, again, this is why I always subscribe to Windy City Report. And I mean, and I didn't understand because I always get videos from the Windy City Report, and YouTube, I don't know, they deleted subscribers on his channel, but I'm glad I got it back. So I'm getting all the information because he's in Chicago. He's in the Chi. So he's basically on the ground of stories that people from the outside like myself don't know about. And I'm glad that, shouts out again to the Windy City Report, shouts out to the brother that did this interview of the witnesses that were there when that incident took place, when Carlishia Hood was assaulted by this guy, and the son was just defending his mother. Everything went down. So I'm glad that the interview, and I want to share this to you guys so to get it clear what's really going on, because you're going to be hearing from other YouTubers, other influencers, other bloggers, and say, well, yeah, she texted the son, and it's not even the case. It's not even the case. It's not even true. And they talk about how was it crowded and blah blah blah, and the witness said it's really not that crowded. So all of this now is starting to come out of what happened that night. So for me as a YouTuber, as a podcaster, I'm going to do more due diligence now, or doing more information, or doing more and more research before I even do videos now, because just because a person says it, or just because a person just reports it or put it on newspapers, doesn't necessarily, it's not the case. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true or factual. Let that sink in. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll talk to you in my next video. This is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.